Hello everyone, welcome to Back to School Night virtual COVID style. My name is Miss Morgan, Laura Morgan, and I'm going to talk to you tonight about transitional kindergarten. This is what I look like behind the mask, and I apologize for how awkward this is. I'm doing this on my iPad. I've got my presentation pulled up on my computer so that it's up here on the screen. I'll have emailed this presentation to you so that you can follow along or take a look at it later for reference. And we're just going to do the best we can here, and I apologize for how weird and awkward it is with my head looming over here in the corner. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get started. Whoops, that wasn't what I meant to do. Come on, computer, work with me here. No. There we go. Sorry about that, friends. So about me, this is my 28th year of teaching, which is really hard to believe. I have taught TK, Kinder, first, second, and all of those in various combinations of multi-age, looping, standalone. I taught 5th grade and then elementary science and middle school science as well. So kind of a plethora of different things. Education-wise, I have a bachelor's degree from UC Berkeley in molecular and cell biology. Use that every single day here in TK. No, not really. And then an education master's degree, also from UC Berkeley, which I do use every day here in TK. My master's degree is in educational psychology with an emphasis on Piaget and all of his theories, and that is something that really focuses how I approach children to this day. I was born and raised in Livermore. I went through Sonoma School, which doesn't exist anymore, and then Mendenhall and Granada. I'm married to Joe, who also went through all of Livermore schools, and we actually met in high school. And I have 3 wonderful sons. Carlo, who is 22. He just graduated from Cal State Monterey with a degree in biology, like his mama. And he is working on a degree or a career in wildlife biology. Francesco is a sophomore in business at Cal State Fullerton, and then Enzo is a junior at Livermore High School. So I've been there where you are with your children. I've been there with my own. So I definitely draw upon my experience as a parent in how I work with your children as well. Sorry, this computer is not going to cooperate with me as I go from slide to slide. Okay, here we go. Appropriate dress. All students should wear tennis shoes every day. Tennis shoes, something they can run in. Also, have them wear non-tying shoes if possible, especially if they're not competent tying their own shoes yet. Not that I mind tying shoes, but we've had issues in the past where children have had accidents, and then shoelaces have gotten into those accidents, and then your child has urine in their shoelaces. So maybe think about non-tying shoes. Make sure the shoes have a closed toe and a closed heel, so no flip-flops, just for safety reasons. Masks. Students need to wear a mask over their nose and their mouth at all times except for when they're eating. And make sure that the masks fit when they're coming in the morning. I can do some adjusting and things like that, but if the mask's just really too big and it's falling off, that's a problem all day long for both the child and for me. And follow the school dress code, of course. Make sure all jackets, lunch boxes, water bottles, etc. are labeled. And as I'm saying water bottles are a really great idea because we're not using water fountains at all right now because of COVID. So if your child wants to have a drink, a water bottle is super important. So make sure you send water bottles with your kids. Label them on the outside. Just makes it a lot easier for Mrs. Jordan and me to be able to get water bottles and lunch boxes back to the right person. And bring a full-size backpack every day so that the Friday folder can go in the backpack. It's Friday while I'm making this, and it looks like everybody had a full-size backpack today, so good job, everyone. Library. Our class will be going to the library on Thursdays. We're starting not next week, but the week after. So I think when you're watching this, it'll be next week. We're going to be going to the library. Your child will be able to check out a book to take home every week. The books will come back at least on Thursday morning, and then we'll take them back to the library, and everybody who's returned a book gets to check a book out again and keep it for a week. Drop off and pick up. This seems to be going really smoothly. We're meeting at 8:30, well, 8:25 on the TKK playground. ESS brings the kids over, and then we let them in at 8:25. School begins at 8:30. Pickup is in the same place at 1:30, and oh yes, students have to be dropped off and picked up in person. We don't use valet in kindergarten and TK, and ESS staff picks up the ESS kids as well. Rainy day, or smoky day as the case may be this year. If it's a rainy day, we'll just open the door and the kids will just come right in so that they don't have to stand in the rain getting wet. Birthdays. So I just got new direction on birthdays, so I'm excited about this. We celebrate birthdays kind of low-key in TK. I have special bells that the kids can wear around their neck, the birthday bells. I don't let them wear them on the playground, because that would be a hazard. They get to wear the birthday bells, and we sing a special song. Please don't send private invitations to school. That is kind of tricky for me, and we can make a class list so that anybody who wants to have their a class list to send out invitations in the mail, that would work. So we'll do that, but don't send invitations for birthday parties to school. If students want to bring a treat for their friends, that's fine. It can't be a food treat, and it has to be store-bought. Like a little goodie bag of some kind would be fine to pass out, and I usually pass those out as we're going home. Snack. Snack seems to be going great, providing a nutritional snack in a lunchbox to take out, or a little container is fine too. We usually have snack between 9:30 and 9:45 every day. It can kind of flux a little from day to day. Only pack a couple of things for snack, or I'm trying to teach the kids just eat one thing. I don't want them to eat all their snack at snack time and have nothing left for lunch. And I also want them to have plenty of time to play. This helps if their snack is clearly marked. So I know what they're supposed to eat for snack and what they're supposed to eat for lunch, but it's okay if that's not the case. Like I said, I'm kind of training them to eat one thing at snack time. Lunch. Bring a lunch in a lunchbox every day and a water bottle. And then, as you know, students can have hot lunch for free every day this year. Every child. It's so exciting. What is weird is I have to take lunch count for the next day. So on Tuesday, I take lunch count for Wednesday. So of course, as you can imagine, when I say who would like pizza, I have 21 little hands going, oh yes, Miss Morgan, I want pizza. So, Mrs. Starkovich just said, it's fine, just put 21 down and we'll go for it. I know a lot of kids are going to be buying lunch this year. If you are finding that your child is coming home and was supposed to have lunch and hasn't, let me know. I've had that happen a little bit already because sometimes it's hard to tell whether what they've got is a snack or a full lunch, and they don't know that they're necessarily supposed to get lunch. So if they're supposed to be getting it and they're not, just let me know and I'll make sure that they're getting it each day. And we're happy to help. We're happy to help them with the process of buying lunch. Okay, critter of the week. So, let me go get it. Nice doing it here in the classroom. This is Honey Bear, and Honey Bear is going to be going to everybody's house this year. And inside Honey Bear is a little journal for you to write down what you do with Honey Bear during the week. You'll get Honey Bear for over a weekend and then during the week. Usually Honey Bear goes home on Thursday and comes back on Thursday. You'll also get a poster to make, and we'll share those in the classroom too. And I will clip directions to the poster so you know exactly what comes back when and what to do. Now, because of COVID, Honey Bear will be doing quarantine in between children for a week and going home and having a spa day in my washer and dryer. So the Honey Bear will be safe going from household to household. It's really fun for the kids to have Honey at home and for all of the kids to get a peek into each other's lives. Photographs, drawings, and writing are all encouraged in the journal. Problem solving. So our school rules are be safe, be respectful, and be responsible, and also be a leader. And we'll talk a little bit about leader in me in a few minutes. I really do behavior on a case-by-case basis, and I want to help children learn to solve their own problems. We do a lot of, okay, this person is bothering me, they hit me, they took a toy away from me, whatever. Using your voice. I coach the kids through that whole process. I don't like it when you take that toy, can you please stop? Okay, now you need to say, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Going through those different things and being able to learn how to do that process independently. Then, if it doesn't work, then you come and get a grown-up for help. But at the beginning of the year, they need a grown-up for help on pretty much everything. By the end of the year, they're pretty good at being able to solve their own problems. If there are any kind of really out of the envelope behaviors, we might do a behavior plan as needed with an individual child, and that's just trying to focus on a couple of behaviors and trying to change them. That actually doesn't come up very often, and that would be a homeschool partnership that we would do to try to help work with your child on behavior. But like I said, it doesn't happen too often. Leader in Me. Our school is a Leader in Me school, and it is a school-wide character education program based on the 7 habits of highly effective people or highly effective children, and it focuses on leadership for all kids. I don't know about you, but I was not the leadership kid when I was a kid, and it always made me wonder why. Why, frankly, all the popular kids were the ones that got to be in leadership, and I would have been a kid that would have been a great candidate for leadership. I was quiet, though, and shy. So Leader in Me teaches that all children can be leaders, and we start by being leaders of ourselves, personal leadership, and then leaders of others, public leadership. And learning about the 7 habits takes us through that journey. It's a fantastic program. It gives us a common language of instruction across the school to be able to discuss problems that come up, to be able to discuss situations that come up, events that come up that we want to encourage leadership for the children. So this is something we're going to be working on, not quite daily, but really in some senses, yes. We'll be using it daily, and new topics will be discussed weekly. And you'll hear the children come home with the verbiage, and there will be there will be different opportunities to have homeschool connection with Leader in Me that the school will be providing as the year goes on too. Curriculum. Okay, what is it I'm teaching here? My classroom is an eclectic blend of best practices from early childhood education. Things like Reggio Emilia, Montessori, Waldorf, and then crazy Miss Morgan stuff too. The district curriculum is Zoophonics, Math Their Way, Handwriting Without Tears, and GEMS, which is Great Exploration in Math and Science. And I use all of that. Everything we do in here is multisensory, it's hands-on, it's active. Like I said before, it's grounded in Piaget, who is a developmental psychologist, and in child development, and everything we do in here is fun, fun, fun. Your kids are going to enjoy their time here, and they may not even know they're learning something. So getting into the meat and potatoes, what does our daily schedule look like? We start off with class meeting, which is calendar, weather, days in school, that kind of thing, and sharing. Sharing is such an important part of what we do in TK because it gives kids, number one, an insight into each other's lives, and it also gives kids the opportunity to do public speaking. So sharing is an important part. Right now we're doing 2 kids per day, and we'll probably move to 3 eventually. Kids are moving along nicely with sharing so far. Then we hop into literacy centers. Literacy centers are where we learn about colors, letters, sounds, sight words, rhyming, eventually journal writing. And this is kind of where we really are working on letter recognition, letter sound knowledge, and sound, being able to play with sound. These are all huge precursors to reading and getting the kids ready for their year in kindergarten next year. After literacy centers, we go outside for snack and recess. We come in and read a story, and then we do STEAM centers. And STEAM stands for science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And all of those things get incorporated into STEAM centers. So numbers, shapes, patterns, sorting, science projects, engineering projects, do lots of those in TK, and art projects. All of those can get popped into the STEAM center section. Then we go to lunch and have recess after lunch, and then we're going to be doing something new as a TK Kinder team called When Time, What I Need Time. This is where we're going to be addressing our English language learners and working with them, but not everybody's an English language learner, so that's not what they need. So we're going to be doing other things with other kids, and there'll be some switching around of students during When Time. We haven't exactly figured out what it's going to look like, but it's going to be cool. After When Time, they'll come back and we'll do story and then play plan. Your kids have probably already come home and talked about play plan. Now, play plan is, you can think of it as being like choice time, but they're not allowed to just wander freely and amok and do whatever they want. I have a set number of activities that I bring out each week. I try to make them different each week. Sometimes they're themed, sometimes they're not, but they're varied. And they have to choose their play plan each day and stick to it. This builds in disappointment. So you may have had your child come home talking about how they wanted to do a certain thing and they weren't able to. The idea is you'll get a chance to do it most likely by the end of the week, but you may not get to do it today. Building that disappointment muscle is an important life skill. Being able to handle disappointment gracefully is an important thing. So it's built into play plan that you may not get your first choice. What do you do when you don't get your first choice? How do you handle it? How do you be resilient? And so that's built into play plan too, as well as fun, interaction, and social development. After play plan, typically we do songs and movement, and then goodbye, dismissal. You may wonder when we're working in our Leader in Me and also Choose Love, which is another character development district curriculum, our plan in TK Kinder is to work it into that When Time. Communication. So newsletter and website. Every Thursday or Friday, every week, without fail, I'm really, really good about this. I will email a newsletter to you, and it'll give you some basic information about what's coming up for the following week, help I might need, things the kids might need to bring, papers that are coming home that are important. I'll always send home a link to the website as well, and the website gets into detail of dates that are coming up. There's links to, like I'm going to put this PowerPoint in there. There's also links to some of the songs we sing in class so that you can sing them with your child at home if you like. And then there is a page for help I need. So if I need Play-Doh made or if I need some cutting done, it would be on that page of the website. And then learning. So I'll be telling you exactly what all of the STEAM centers and literacy centers and play plans are for the week, so you kind of know what your child is doing in class. And then Friday folders, they get passed out every Friday. Please read through everything inside it, empty it out, and send it back empty on Monday. If there's something that you need to send to me, put it in the Friday folder and send it to me, and that's how I will get it. It's like a little mail delivery system between us. Supplies. Okay, so I buy a lot of crazy stuff for this classroom. So if you can, consider a donation to our classroom of $50. I'll take any amount, honestly. You can give a cash or a check made out to Lawrence Elementary PTO, and you can give it to me or you can give it to the office. We'll make sure it gets into the right place. I use this money to buy materials that are supplementary, not the curriculum that I am given by the school, that supplements the curriculum that I do. For example, I buy things like wiki sticks or, oh gosh, popsicle sticks, math manipulatives, stuff to make slime. I mean, all kinds of things. Everything under the sun I buy. So that helps defray the cost for me. Occasionally there'll be wish list items that I might like. purchased for me, and I would send that home in the newsletter. Book orders. So I'm going to try, I haven't done book orders for a couple of years, but I think it would be great to do it this year. Scholastic's a great way to build up your child's library at home and my library here in the class. So I'll be sending those home probably monthly, and then you do the ordering online, everything's sent here, and then I distribute it. I will be asking for a helper with that. So if you're interested in helping with book order helping, that would be fantastic. Volunteer opportunities. So for right now, we can't have in-class volunteers. I love in-class volunteers. So I'm hoping that eventually at some point during the school year, we'll be able to have in-class volunteers. I'll let you know the minute I hear. But if you would like to either be a room parent, and I don't know how parties are going to look this year either, but a room parents usually do our parties, but also some kind of organizational things for the classrooms that go along with PTO. Or if you'd like to help with book orders, just shoot me an email so I know who's interested. And like I said, if we are able to have volunteers in the classroom, I will let you know the minute I know that that's a go, because I would love to have you in here helping. So my contact information, my school email is lmorgan@lvjusd.org. Typically, I don't answer emails during the day because I'm busy teaching your children. I'm supposed to get back to you within 48 hours. I always get back to you way faster. That's just me. Don't leave me a voicemail on my phone here at school because I have no idea how to even check that. So I've never done that. So don't leave me a voicemail. Just send me an email. That's the best way to get a hold of me. And remember, this is probably the most important. Childhood is a journey. It's not a race. We're not trying to get somewhere fast. I always tell the children, if learning were easy, I would just have you come in on the first day. I'd pop your head open. I'd pour all the knowledge in, pop your head closed, and send you on your way and see you next year. But that is not how learning happens. Learning is slow. It can be in fits and starts. Some learning can go fast while others go slow. But it's always constructed. And that is getting back to who Piaget is. Piaget is a constructivist. I believe children build their own knowledge, and so my job as an educator is to give them all the tools within the classroom to be able to build their own knowledge, and the coaching along the side to kind of push them along. That's what I do. We're not trying to get anywhere fast. We have a whole year to play and explore, and I'm so excited to be back in person this year. Online TK was not nearly as much fun as in person. And again, I'm so excited to be your child's teacher. So if you have any questions after watching this crazy video, just send me an email. I'm happy to answer them. Take a look at the slideshow. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. And again, welcome to TK. Bye, everyone.